Okay guys, so for those of you who are doing the packet assignments this week, you are going back to review decimal place value. So let's talk about our place value chart really quickly before we move on to expanded form and expanded notation. So we're going to start off with some pretty basic numbers. So let's talk about place value. The 3 would be in the what place? The tens. The 5 would be in the ones. So what are the numbers in front of our decimals? Those are our wholes, our whole numbers. My pen is not working very well. Our whole numbers. So we have 35 wholes. After our decimal place are the what? The pieces. Good. So let's talk about the place value places after the decimal. So the 4 would be in the what place? The tenths, not the tens. Remember that it's different. And the 6 is in our hundredths. This should all be review for you guys, so just jogging your memory. Okay, now that we've filled in our place value chart with the place value places, let's talk about how we represent each one of these place value places. So how would I represent the tens place? Well, easy, just with 10. How would I represent the ones? With a 1. When we talk about that decimal point, when we're saying the decimal in word form, we always say and for that decimal spot. How would we represent the tenths? 0.1. And how would we represent the hundredths? 0.01. So now that we know that, we can move on to our expanded form and expanded notation. Let's start with expanded form. What does expanded form have in it? Good, only addition, and we're talking about the values of a number when we are putting a number into expanded form. We're stretching out that number. So let's look at the 3. We always start in our highest place value place. So I have a 3 in the tens place. So what would be the value of that 3? Good, 30 plus, what would be the value of the 5 and the ones? Good, just 5 plus, okay, we're moving on to our decimal places. What would be the value of that 4 in the tenths place? 0 and 4 tenths, come on. 4 tenths plus, what would be the value of the 6 and the hundredths? 0 and, come on, 6 hundredths. And that would equal 35 and 46 hundredths. So there's an example on how I would put this number into expanded form. Let's move on to expanded notation. So expanded notation has what? It has addition and multiplication. So we also know that it has the parentheses. So let's start with our opening parentheses. And again, we start with our highest place value place. So expanded notation's a little bit different. What do we have in our tens? A 3 times the what place value place? The tens. Good. Plus, open parentheses, 5 times the what place? The ones. Good. Plus, moving on to our decimal places, 4 times what place value places the 4 in? The tenths, so I use my decimal to represent tenths, plus, and last but not least, the 6 times the hundredths. So this is how I would put this number into expanded notation. I hope this jogged your memory. This is something we did at the very beginning of the year, but I wanted to also show you how you are going to do your assignment for this week. So It looks like this. So you're going to pick 4 of these decimal cards. So whichever 4 you want, I don't care which ones, just as long as you pick 4. Then you're going to come to this page, and this is where you are going to record all of your answers. So I might do something like this. Oops. Okay, so let's say I pick 1 52 hundredths. I would then put this decimal into expanded form, and then I would put it into expanded notation. Then I'll do the same thing. I'll pick another one. Let's say I pick 2 3/100ths, expanded form, expanded notation, so on and so forth. And then when you're done, you will send this assignment to me. All right, guys, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know.